Dinner with Friends podcast. Y'all hungry?
Hi, and welcome to the Dinner with Friends podcast. I'm Taylor McMillan.
I'm Journey Moses.
I'm Nathan Mutale.
And we have a special guest today.
This is where I say my name.
Yes.
I'm Keeysh.
Just Keeysh.
Yes.
Just Keeysh. Period.
Slay.
Well, this is the podcast where we live, laugh, love, eat, talk, and you're our friends, and we're here to give you some food for thought.
Yes.
That was
like
great. Thank you.
Nice. So we like to start off with a little icebreaker question, and now we have a guest here, so this should be exciting. We like to ask, what food do you feel like today?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Dang. I don't know, probably like green tea mochi.
Oh,
Ooh.
shoot. Yo, green tea mochi is so good. Whoa.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It is really yummy. What do you feel like, Taylor?
I'm an iguana.
What?
That's not food. I mean, I don't know if you can eat
You
it,
can
but like,
eat iguana meat. I don't care. I'm an iguana today.
Can we air this?
right? Like Peter gonna be on
Okay,
us. What is going
That's
on?
a PETA charge right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, wait. No, don't eat iguanas. They're endangered. I am... I'm a big back chicken, and I'm not gonna explain it to you. I'm a chicken, but like I'm not a regular. I got a big back, and I'm not gonna unbig it.
Journey, what food are you feeling? I'm sorry.
I think probably a chicken wing.
Why do you say a chicken wing?
Cause yeah, maybe I should change it. I don't know if I want to be a big back chicken.
It's okay to be a big back chicken.
I think probably because like I don't know. I'm feeling like real chicken wingy today.
Yeah, like-
I feel like the why to this question is never
It's
like
never-
an understandable why.
That's
It's
fair.
just because I said so.
You
Yeah.
know what? I get that. I'm feeling
really-
like Pop Rocks.
Oh.
I'm feeling like Pop
That's
Rocks.
fire.
I feel real energetic right now.
That is
And it's definitely
real.
like
that could
The energy
be
drink running through
because
my
you're-
veins
Yeah.
at the moment. But yeah, I'm feeling like Pop Rocks. Just
His
like,
blood is
Pop Rocks is definitely,
75%
like,
Red
big
Bull.
Leo energy.
Really? I'm a Cancer.
I know, but
Big no, I get
It's
what you mean.
like-
Just like very.
Can we
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
can
out
we all
there.
say our big three real quick? I feel like that'd be so fun.
I don't know.
That could be the question at the end.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
wrap back
That
around.
could be the
Let's
question.
wrap
Yes.
around,
Remember that, guys.
Okay.
Speaking of food, now we got to get to our next topic, which is
You Ate That.
where we talk about a person, place, or project that supports the topic that we are discussing today. And because today is college, finances, and just really getting your life together, we want to give a big shout out to Rachel Hannibal. She's a financial advisor. She will make you teach you how to make millions and get you there. She'll basically get you there. You just have to do the work yourself. And she spoke to us, what was that, like a couple weeks ago?
Couple
She
weeks
gave
ago,
the
yeah.
best financial advice ever. She taught
She
me a lot
told me
about
how to write a
credit.
check.
She taught me about budgeting. And I think those are all things that are really important that young adults should be aware of, because that is surprisingly, financial literacy is something that is probably like one of the top 3 most important things you could learn in life.
Creating
And it is
generational
not
wealth.
taught as much in schools, if at all. So I think having someone such as Rachel in our corner helping us, giving us advice to give to you guys I think that's absolutely brilliant. So special shout out to you, Rachel.
Yeah. We
Thank
love
you.
Rachel.
Shout out
She
to
also
Rachel.
released a book.
Yes.
Yeah.
She released
in
a book.
Target.
It's in
It's
Target.
in
Go get
Target
it.
and it's on Amazon, I
She's
believe.
an author
Yeah.
as well. So we just want to give a big shout out to her. Look more into her work, and obviously, get you a financial advisor like Rachel. If not Rachel. Rachel's our first choice. Anyway, Taylor, I think you're getting a call.
Bring.
I was about to say, I hear some ring.
Bring. Hello? Yeah. Are you serious? Guys.
What are they saying?
Guys.
What?
Takeout's here.
Yo!
Takeout's here. It's here.
Come on.
Takeout is the segment where we go to the street to interview people about the topic that we're going to be discussing today. So let's see what they have to say about college and how accessible they believe it is.
It's brisket in here, y'all. Did you go to college?
No, I didn't, but I do have plans on going in the future. I just felt like I wasn't ready at the time. I didn't want to waste my time knowing that, I wasn't going to be fully, focused and stuff like that. So, oops, sorry. Yep, I just wanted to wait till it was my time.
Did you go to college?
Yes.
What college did you go to?
Kane University,
And what did you major in?
journalism. I felt like it was the only way I was going to be able to break into the industry that I wanted to work in. But looking back now, I'm 34. I have my own podcast, right? You don't necessarily have to go to school to be a journalist. And then I also do professional work in content management and marketing. So, I had a kind of naive understanding of what was required to be where I wanted to be in life. But to everyone out there that's listening, you do not have to attend college to achieve your goals, unless you want to be like a doctor, a lawyer. I don't expect a lawyer to, not go to school.
What's your podcast called?
The Price of Tea in China.
I went to Farmingdale, which is in New York and Long Island, New York. I was born in Philadelphia and I was raised in Brooklyn, New York. I worked for the New York State Department of Mental Health, and I traveled back and forth on Amtrak from Philadelphia, because Philadelphia is just cheaper to live in. But I used to do 20-hour shifts, so I had a little apartment, but then once I retired, that was it. Back in Philly, I love Philadelphia. You can't beat it, especially for seniors like me, so it's good.
What did you major in?
I majored in mental health and I majored in psychiatry. I have 3 degrees, one in nursing, one in biblical ministry, and the other one is mortuary science.
What made you decide you want to go to college?
My dad was an innovator. He was the first African American that graduated from the New York State School of Nursing. And at that time, they were full of Irish people. And the Irish people, made this bet that he wouldn't make it as a nurse. He was also a medic in World War II. And so he was really brilliant, he was really smart, and I always wanted to be like my dad. He innovated me to become somebody. And the one quote that my father said to me, he said, "Once you get your education, the white man can't take it away." And he cannot. So I encourage every young person, even if you don't have the money, they have loans and grants, to get your education, because once you are instilled in your education, you just go further and further. And that has to be something that you want to do, not because somebody else is making you do it. You have to want to go on your own.
Thank you so much.
You are so very welcome.
So those were some great answers. Those were some
Yeah,
really great
I like
answers.
that.
I'm telling you, they'll always tell you
I like
what you
that
need
one
to
with
hear.
the one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but for real, let's talk about college. Let's talk
Yeah.
about college, the financial access to college. First of all, I do want to ask you guys, do you think college is accessible to everyone?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to expand on that?
I think no, I changed my mind. I think that it's accessible. I just think that it's not easily accessible and maintainable. Especially with like student loans and things of that nature. Like I'm not going to college, and I know that about myself. I'd really love to want to go to college, and I'd love to like feel that way for myself. I just don't. I don't see a point of paying $30,000 a year to make $25,000 a year. I just feel like that just kind of
Ooh.
doesn't eat the house down boots. So, yeah.
Okay. Journey, Keyssh, how about you guys?
Keyssh, you want to go? You're our guest.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Go Keys, go Keys, go Keys.
I love talking about college because I really don't like college.
Sure.
But it's honestly like, but it's honestly from a point to where it's like I love academia and I love educating myself. But like when I got out of high school, I didn't get accepted into any of the major colleges in Philly, and so it actually hurt because I'm really doing a lot of self work studying like by myself. But I didn't get into like any of the colleges in Philly, and so I had to go to CCP, and then I just went on like my own like entrepreneur in media and organizing journey. And it's crazy because today I actually spoke at a college, Haverford, and
That's wild.
I think it's crazy because it's like I never thought, I always felt like so kind of like an outcasted from colleges, especially growing up in Philly, feeling like how can I like grow up 5 minutes away from a place and not be invited in. But I feel like as long as you continue to work, dynamics can shift to where it's like now I feel like I'm meeting more people that are asking me to go to their colleges instead of me like knocking at their door. So I think colleges are cool, but you definitely can educate yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a doctor or something like that.
Do not educate yourself on WebMD, please.
Yeah.
You got a cough, and all of a sudden it's like, oh,
Oh my
listen, you got
gosh.
48 hours to live.
Diagnosed.
Yeah. I have an itch in my left ear, but now I feel like I have bronchitis. So
I think I agree. I think it could be more accessible for like a lot of people, and definitely a lot of cases I've seen like firsthand. I think it's for most cases, at least from when I've seen people recently graduate, like scholarships rates have gone up, especially for Philadelphia and like local based Philadelphias that aren't Ivies, or like local based PA that aren't Ivies, have given like a lot of people more chances than like they used to, I feel. And like even when it comes to like being the requirements for being allowed in, when it comes to like test optional schools, like that was a big step. And especially because like tests, like state tests, are like a different breed.
can I just say
So-
that I fell asleep during the SATs?
Valid. You're definitely not the only
I fell
person.
asleep during every part of the SAT.
I
Yeah.
would too.
Yeah.
I didn't take them. but
Like
I would
not
too.
during the breaks. I fell asleep mid-test.
Dang.
Yeah.
But like that shows like having that count as like not a requirement to like be accepted into like college, because like that doesn't show your overall knowledge, like, and for that to be such a determining factor and if you're let in or not is like, I'm sort of glad they took that part off in most cases.
Did
So-
you know that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you know that in Delaware, if you have what's called a 504 plan or an IEP, the part of the SATs that's the rhetorical analysis essay, you don't have to take it. Mm-hmm.
As far as when I think about just schools and education and marginalized communities' relationship to education, I think about how just the statistics that come out around how they know how many prisons to build by test scores and things like that, especially at a young age. And so while I do, like I said, like education, I think education in a Western civilized standpoint to where it's like about making money, I don't think it is like beneficial to our communities.
In the slightest bit.
Yeah.
I feel like if college were more accessible, or if the goal of college were to be accessible, tuition would not be as high as it is, especially in the middle of the pandemic when prices are going up and wages are staying the same.
I feel like I shouldn't be paying for nothing but my housing
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
or my books, because why am I paying you to do your job?
Well, I mean, I get tuition, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I
To
do
keep the
get that,
school
like
running.
the
in a
I mean,
sense.
facility management,
But like $30,000 a year, and you have
no, yeah, that's a lot.
Like
Yeah.
That's
what?
a lot. There can be like a happy medium, because what community is 1, 2, 3 in that range thousand, and you get a lot of resources
I was
from
about to say
places like
community college do
CCP.
just fine.
Exactly. But whenever you go up to higher education, you're paying like starting $20,000 for in-state. That's insane. And then on top of that, you have other factors too, such as like legacy admissions. You're looking at Ivies, especially, who allow repealing affirmative action, but they're allowing
Affirmative
legacy.
action to continue.
Yes,
You see what I mean?
Like,
Yes.
They're allowing legacy admissions, and like you're more preferred. Like there's so many obstacles that like if you aren't born in it, you are placed at a far, far further advantage than the people who
100%.
get things handed to them simply because of the circumstances that they were born into. You know what I mean? And I feel like if colleges were really about
That's beautifully
accessibility,
said.
that wouldn't be the case. You know?
That's a quote.
Come on.
Note it.
Yeah.
listen.
Write that down. Write that
I
down.
just like.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I mean, I was just about to ask, who do you guys think benefits from college the most?
The dean. What?
Tell 'em how you really feel. Gee.
What? I feel like the dean and like the founders. Like I know Mrs. and Mr. Yale. caked up in money right now. Like
Mr. and Mrs. Yale.
yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Harvard. I know they're caked up in money right now. And you know what? I would be too if I was having people pay me $30,000 a year minimum to learn how to tie their shoes. Like, do you think about this for real? You go to school for 4 years to learn how to be a teacher, and for the rest of your life until you get that tenure, you're getting paid what, like maybe $30,000 per year? Boogers, snot, back talks, running with scissors, glue sticks, crumbs, everything.
You talking about elementary?
No.
Wait. Did I lose that?
Yeah, like you go to college to become a teacher, and now you got to deal with all these things, and you're
okay, I
getting
follow.
paid what you owe in student loans. So now you got to pay them student loans, but you also have to pay your rent and your groceries and your Netflix bill because nobody's paying for cable. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Netflix is going up too, but
Yeah, everything went
like-
up.
it's like-
Even
$15.
Spotify went
right?
up.
Not like that $4.99 or
Disney Plus-
$5.99 student. That means
Yeah,
a
hurt
lot.
me.
My Disney Plus is supposed to be $9.99 for Disney Plus and Hulu, and I can't log into Hulu. I can't log into Hulu. I can't watch Modern Family, and I'm very frustrated about it. So if you're watching this, Hulu and Disney Plus, help me.
I think it does speak to a bigger society issue or societal issue that, you know what I mean? They're getting paid these wages that they can't even support themselves.
Right.
And they're
Yeah.
expected to go to college just to get those jobs
Like
and not
what?
be able. And you know what? Even outside of the context of college, just in general, wages, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like wages staying the same, but like prices going up. And we're
think that's
just
insane.
expected to push through that.
Now, can somebody explain to me, because we're talking about the whole financial thing, can somebody explain to me why we can't just print more money? Because
That's a whole okay. That's a whole other
Whole
because
process.
I feel
don't
like
think-
we just printed more money, but I feel like this is all just a little joke because we've printed money before and we keep printing money. So if that's the case, like, why don't we just like print?
Can I say something not about the printing money thing?
yeah.
Well, I gotta know.
About the who's benefit from colleges. I would say
Okay,
like
perfect.
being in the organizing scenes, fighting against colleges, so fighting against Temple, and like knowing that Temple built like property on top of a graveyard, fighting against like Penn, who's displacing the Black Bottom and renaming like West Philly to University City, and like displacing people from the projects, then fighting against like it's like youth sciences and Drexel and all these different colleges. Like I would say like business people and corporations are definitely benefiting from colleges and their expansion. And like the idea that like a lot of these colleges have real estate advisory boards is crazy to me. And also to the point about deans like benefiting, I would say like teachers and staff that work in these colleges are actually really underpaid. And like when we think about the pay of teachers that's in high schools, I feel like that's a lot of why we are going through what we're going through with the school to prison pipeline, because a lot of the times like a lot of us only had substitutes in our class. Like I had substitutes in my class for like a whole year for 2 of my classes, and I feel like that leads to a lot of things. So I feel like there's definitely like a commodification of education.
I think that like half of like the part about being like having a nice application for college and like a fair and even more fair chance is being prepared for it beforehand. And I do feel like that starts like in high school most of the time, and like the high school curriculum is actively like not going well. Like the substitute rates are insane right now, and like even from like a personal experience, like I can't tell you how many teachers like I've had leave in the middle of the year, and it's just like this in no way, no shape or form is a benefit towards like the college application process when it comes to like being prepared. Like even like knowing what you need to prepare for college, like I can't tell you how quick, like I found out about that before doing the Common App, and that's like literally the baseline application for college, and I did not know what I needed to prepare beforehand. And that's like, I think that says so much.
How about you guys? Do you think that? Or I didn't mean to cut you off because you had something to say.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I know you was about to ask a question, but I guess my question is like, if college was accessible and like free, like would y'all go?
If my grades didn't count, yeah. What? I'll be up in there. I'll be like, yeah. But I will also study, of course, with my books and my pencils and my paper. But yeah, I would definitely go to college. I just feel like, and also the vibe of certain colleges just kind of make me itch.
Can you talk about that, Bob?
Yeah, it's like, if I did go to college, I would definitely go to a HBCU because I've been on PWI campus and something about that just gets real. And it just like, of course, like everybody loves each other and we're a family. Go Wallflowers or whatever. But it's the spirit in there. It don't align with my chakras, my crystals, my nothing. I don't like it in there. I feel like HBCUs are really like a family. Like, what's the school? DSU? They got a whole line dance. I'm not getting a line dance at Penn. I'm not getting a line dance at Penn. I just feel like that sense of community has to be there for me to even consider anything.
Yeah.
Like all the way from the students all the way up to the deans and those folk. I don't really know who the rest of those folk are, but you know what I mean.
I think I would go to college for job purposes.
Yeah.
And I say this right now, being in college. I feel like I'm mainly there, and I wrote about this in the accompanying essay that's going to be released alongside this episode. That I'm in college mainly for job purposes because I don't care for, and I know we might be the opposite on this. I don't care for academia. I care more so about like the life lessons I'm learning because it's not. I could care less about my classes. I care more so about. No, I'm gonna be real with you. I care less about my classes.
It's like,
I think to me it's about the people that I'm meeting. It's about the experiences I'm getting. Like I got this job. Whenever I say I don't care about my classes, I mean in the sense that like, not that grades aren't important to me, but it's like I'm there more so from like what I can gather from the people around me. Like I got working with Love Now Media. I got through a professor, Denise James, who also used to be still part of the Love Now Media family. No longer works with Love Now Media directly.
Denise, like our Denise?
Yeah, Denise.
Oh, I love
She was
Denise.
my professor.
Really?
She was my professor, and then after the class ended, she brought me on.
That's so nice.
And you know what I mean? Like I'm in college for that, for the people I can meet and like the people who can teach me and things like that. Not necessarily in an academic sense, but in a life sense.
Yeah.
Like the friends I've made are lifelong friends without a doubt. And it's like the experiences I'm having. These are the things that I definitely will tell family, kids in the future. You know what I mean? These are the stories. Sorry, that energy drink's getting to me now. But no, for real, these are the stories I'm going to be telling people. And it's like, I'm here for that. I don't care about, like, you know what I mean? GPA this, GPA that. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like at the end of the day, I'm here to experience life. And I'm here to like gain the life lessons that I can. And it's like, a textbook is great, but it's like, you know what? Some of my classes, it's like, I took this one. It was called Chemistry of Wine. I mean, and granted, like, it was a pretty dope gen ed. It was a gen ed for science, and it teaches you about the chemistry behind winemaking. And it was, you know what I mean? Like, it was really nice. But at the same time, it's like, am I really going to use that?
That's a real class.
You know what I mean? You know what? Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Nathan, you better use it. Do you know how much money you're about to save right now?
Winemaking's a process, though.
I know. My
It's
grandma
a
does
whole
it.
process.
It's so cool.
I mean, it's cool,
It
but you got to be
stinks.
committed.
It stinks.
But you see what I mean? It's like I'm taking classes. That might have been a bad example because that class was like low key. But it's like if I'm taking statistics, right? You know what I mean? Like that's dope.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
What are
it's
you
like
going to do with that?
I'm learning so much more by being in the field, by being in the studio, talking to you guys, talking to the people that we, like meet and interview every single day. A lot more than I would learn sitting in a class, just watching the clock tick by and, checking my phone every 5 minutes. So it's like I'd go to college to answer your question, but not for academia.
What he said, yes.
Yeah,
Not
I
for
agree.
academia.
I think the experiences you take you'll hold a bit longer and like more dear, more close to you than like a statistics lesson or something. So
Exactly.
I feel like college is this high school where you live and pay. Like,
I mean,
if I'm being complete, like, I just
Valid
feel
in a way.
like even with this job, I would have never thunk that I could have a job like this. First of all, I haven't graduated high school, and I'm dyslexic, but somehow I'm a young professional storyteller at lovenotmedia.com, and I've only had like 3 jobs, but that's not the point. This is my favorite job I've ever had, and this is what I want to do in my life. Like sitting in a TV studio right now, man. If I could have told my little 5-year-old self, she'd be doing a cartwheel right now.
You gonna do a cartwheel for us?
Can I do a cartwil for you? Not in this
I don't-
studio.
I don't think.
I'll-
Continue. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to argue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
we
in
do a
this
cartwheel in
studio.
the studio.
Yeah, but I didn't have to go to college for it. Like when I first found out about the program, I was so hyped. I was like, you know what? I'm about to be here. I'm having better jobs than some of y'all's moms. And I'm looking back at that now. Stay humble, everybody. Stay humble. But like this is an amazing opportunity. And guess what I did it without? A degree
Exactly.
or a GED.
And that
Element of P.
and that makes me think, like, you know what I mean? What are the alternatives to going to college? Because, like,
Being
you didn't go
talented.
to, like, you know what I mean? You didn't go to college and you're still here. I mean, not that, like, you're of college
This.
age, but it's like you don't
I'm
plan
not
on going to
even.
college and you've already done this.
Right.
So it's like, what are the alternatives to going to college?
Be talented.
no,
And
no, I don't think be talented. You don't have to have talent
mean, you could
to
scam.
succeed.
Everybody has
That's not where I was going, but like
Everybody
you could. We don't
has some
recommend,
talent.
but you could.
Love Now Media does not endorse scamming.
Does not
but-
condone scamming.
no.
I think it's like drive. Like you
We
can't
support
lose
legal
your
scamming.
drive.
That's not a thing.
I'm playing.
No, it is
Drive.
It
That's
is, but
important.
no.
It's about
Yeah,
drive and it's about
drive,
power.
like, dedication to like
Stay
whatever
hungry.
your passion
Power.
is. Like even if your talent is in that field or not, like whatever you're passionate about. If you
Your talent is being a housewife. Do that. Say no.
Yeah,
Real.
I mean,
You said what?
No, but
Real.
like do what you
No,
want.
but I feel like there
you
are
know?
people that don't feel like want to do anything, and I feel like I used to look at those people like you really just want to sit on the porch, like.
Like
But then it's like I
Porch is
understand like
beautiful.
sometimes like we.
Granny.
You said where you from the porch?
She said, "I love a porch.
I love a porch.
I love a good porch."
But I feel like sometimes like we're like work is built into us Americans. Like the idea that we need to go to work every day. I feel like
the routine
Yes.
feeling.
Oh
That's
my
out of pocket.
gosh. Do you know how crazy it is that I work 3 days a week? What? I get a Monday and a weekend to myself.
And that's crazy because that's not common in a lot of jobs.
It's not. And what's great, like this is a big job. And if I'm sure the executives don't work Fridays either, do they?
I don't think the entire team works on.
Yeah,
think
like,
as of right
I
now,
just
we're on
think-
pause.
It's like a person.
Yeah.
First of all, I
self-care
think
day.
that's really important for mental health because I'm not going to drain myself doing work for anybody but me. And also, sometimes I just be tired. I'm not even, I just be tired sometimes.
That's real. Listen, we all get tired. We're humans.
Yeah.
I would also say networking to answer the
Yeah.
question. You know, networking, putting on a smile, meeting people, giving them your business cards, handshaking, things
I
like
don't know
that.
about that.
Really?
I don't know about that one.
Keyssh, you've
Really?
never
Alright,
been
let me-
all the
Keyssh.
time.
I feel like
Goodbye.
I'm a good. I think I connect with people on a genuine basis. So I feel like
Yeah.
that kind of like makes like relationships better for me. But I feel like not everybody that you could network, but if you don't know how to utilize like your connections, like everybody will not get into the same place. Like, and I feel like just like I'm not even trying to put my like self on like be egotistical, but I feel like there's a lot of people that's
No, hype yourself up.
there's a lot of people that been in the same environments as me, and I feel like it's not really about. It is about who you know, but it's like what you do with that connection. Because you can know like 1,000 people, but if you don't know how to like present yourself in like a way to like as your like I don't want to say sell yourself, but like if you don't know how to use that, like you could network, but you're just gonna get burnt out.
That's important.
So it's like mixing the networking with the drive and the knowledge.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
know 1,000 people, but if you change one person's life,
It's
Could
about
change
audience too,
lives.
because it's
Yeah.
like somebody told me when I was creating a film, like I pitched it in this program and everybody said no. It was like kind of like mocking the fact that I'm so like Black Powerish, and this lady, one of my mentors, Jew, she told me that it's not that your pitch is wrong. It's just that you're in the wrong room. So like. Like I had to change the room that I was in, so it's like, yeah, you can know these people, but it's like everybody's not your audience. Like
The light bulb's
it
not
might
burnt
take
out. You're in the wrong
Right.
lamp.
You know what? No. No, that was come on. Come on.
Thank you.
I believe this, but that's okay.
Thank
You know
you,
what? You
boo.
ate that. You
Thank
ate that.
you.
You ate that. Shout out to
Wow. I'm actually gonna credit you on
can
that,
steal
but
it.
like, yeah, that's
Thank
that
you.
was crazy.
Say that,
I
can you
love
say that
that.
one more time.
You. Your light bulb. No.
Yeah.
Your light bulb might not be out. You might just be in the wrong lamp.
Come on.
Cause
Come
what?
on.
Cause what?
Yo.
Cause what? You brought light into my life, but the
All right.
yes, because you can bring. I got it. Your light bulb might not be broken. It just might be in the wrong lamp because somebody can bring light into your life, but the sun still shines when the lamp is off.
Hallelujah.
Deep. That's really deep. That's deep.
I didn't follow that last part, but I bet it hit.
You know what?
You,
it did.
you gonna think about it later when you in bed.
Yeah.
You like,
I'm gonna be in the shower like, oh,
Dang.
that's what she meant.
But also, I would say to that point, like we all are lights, right? And it's like
Yes.
we really have to make sure the environment we're in is cultivating our lights. Like so, like
I'm a pink light.
For-
Right.
Come on. You know what? Okay.
You heard it here first.
What were you saying though?
no, I was saying I feel like I had to get like I don't want to say get rid, but it's like I had to shed so many people out of my life. Yes. Like, and if I didn't shed them, like God or the universe, like they pull like
They pull
it out
them
of
out.
my, like, and it hurt so bad. But like the thing is, like when you are a light, and like we all are lights, and like you're like focusing on being a light, like you really had to make sure your environment is making sure your light stays on.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep it twisted.
well, I didn't mean to cut you. Come on. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, to wrap it back around to the theme of the episode, like college. Do you think that all these skills that we're talking about, like not shedding your light and like knowing how to network and everything, do you think you need college for these skills, like for you to learn these skills?
I personally don't because I learned these skills without ever being at college. Like I've learned more about myself in the last year with just being like unapologetically all the way me. I've learned so much about myself. You know how dope I am, and I would have never known if it had not been. Honestly, for me,
Yo, come on.
like,
I love this confidence.
Thank you.
I love this confidence so much.
Thank you. It's a little much.
I think you just need to be surrounded by the right people.
I feel like
You
the
know what I
streets will teach you a lot, and I'm all right. So the reason I say this, I'm not even trying to be like seriously, because I feel like, dang, I'm probably all right.
No, you got it. Say
Be
it.
yourself. Shine.
So
your
my
light.
my brother has a line. He's a rapper, and he has this line to say like, "Crack baby naturally inspired by Narcos."
Yo, that was hard. Whoa, what? Whoa, that
So
was hard.
I feel like for me, like a lot of like being birthed in struggle like really teaches you a lot of like skills, like because I feel like I hustle a lot, like, and I feel like I never would have got that if I grew up in a place that like catered to my entitlement, and so.
What? No, you just spit.
So I feel like I've learned how to make the most out of my resources because I never had resources. I learned how to navigate because of not having like a lot, and I feel like college could have never taught me that. Like, and I feel like, yeah.
That's important. That's
I
important.
would.
So shout out to the streets.
Come on.
One love.
I would definitely
No,
say
love.
it's the people. Going back to it, but it really is who you surround yourself with and who like helps cultivate you, and then what you do with the things that they teach you. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I mean, you could be born with drive, but a lot of people learn it from the people that they look up to and the people that they're surrounded by, and a lot of people learn how to network. But at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, you could teach yourself how to do that. And as well, like, it's the networking that gets you places. So it's, to me, honest to God, I think it is so easy to get. No, let me not say so easy. I think, what am I trying to say? It's easier than people say it is to get by without going to college. I think it's just the fear that stops a lot of people. You know what I mean? And
I
not
love
being
that you said
equipped
that.
with the right. Because I'm not going to say it's easy to get by without college. I just think that a lot of what stops people is, the fear and like sometimes not being equipped with those resources, such as like knowing how to network and things like that.
And it's pounded into
Yeah.
us that if you don't go to college,
Exactly. It's like it's the literal fear that like if you don't go to college, you're not
You're
gonna
not
be
gonna
anything. You're not gonna be.
succeed.
Let me speak for the people that like grew up antisocial and shy, like, cause I feel like I used to hear conversations about networking. I'm like,
I don't
and
wanna
like
talk to
people say
nobody.
like,
Because what do you mean?
No, people be
Disney
like, will be
Channel?
like, for you to be successful, you have to put yourself out there. But I'm like, I'm not putting myself nowhere, so stop playing with me.
Period.
No.
Period.
So, but like, for people that are like, cause I used to be really shy in high school, like really shy, even though like I've grew out of that.
You're not in high school?
No.
Keyssh told us she went to CCP.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
but like, wow. Okay, yeah, she definitely did say that.
Yeah. But like, dang, y'all lost my train.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait, what was I saying?
You were talking about like being antisocial and
Yeah.
like being
Yeah,
afraid
but I
of-
feel like
Oh, you're not putting yourself nowhere.
don't play with me. That's
yeah,
what you
Yes,
said.
so
that's what you
I
said.
feel like when it comes to people who are shy, like it's still opportunities for you to be able to be who you are and thrive in your space.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Can y'all relate? Say that.
And back to like what you were saying about scamming. I'm not saying to scam, but like
Uh-oh.
when no, it's gonna be okay. I promise. I
Okay,
promise.
okay.
I'm not gonna get
I'm gonna
canceled.
trust you.
What Nathan was saying is
You said
it-
tapping a 4X.
it really is
Don't do forex.
So
Don't do forex.
Sorry, I'm
Don't
sorry,
do no
continue.
pyramid
Continue.
it literally is so easy. Like not easy, but it's way easier. It's way easier to succeed without going to college. Just look at Anna Delvey.
Okay.
No, no, wait. Aside from her being like an awful scammer, you have to think of the mind that this woman had to have to get through some of the biggest people, not only in America, but in New York, to get through some of the biggest people. And if it had not been for that, one little slip up at that one little island, she would have had the Anna Delvey Foundation. And till this day, that's the foundation. Until this day,
love a
she's
foundation.
making money. She figured out, I'm almost 100% sure, she talked the judge out of deporting her, and she is still making money, and she's not doing anything but being herself.
So you're saying you got to be smart,
Yes.
not scam.
Work smarter.
gotta be
no,
smart.
do not scam. Somebody put a camera on me right now. Do not scam. Don't go to jail, and don't tell the judge I told you to do it. I didn't say that. What I said was work smarter, not harder.
So
Right.
if we can do all of this without going to college, why is college paraded as this necessity that we absolutely need? You know what I mean? Like, why are we taught from like birth that like, oh, you need to go to college, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that just to be successful? Why?
To keep the dean in business.
Yeah. I think it's sort of like the idea of like learned helplessness. Sort of just like it's taught through so many generations that it's like, especially if the generation before you didn't go to college, it's like I fear you being worse or like not achieving the things that I could have achieved. So I'm telling you to do what I didn't,
Yeah.
sort of thing, So I think it's just like passed down like over and over again. Go to college, go to college, go to college.
I'll be honest though, I feel like we like I said, I like education. Maybe not the part where you have to pay for it. Like, but I feel like if I'm being honest, there's like two things I think about. I think that like when you get out of high school and you become like get into this like middle stage of becoming an adult and like transitioning into that, it's not easy because then you have to work. Then you have to figure out how you're gonna find stability. And I feel like college is definitely a way to have that stability, like on like a loan. Because I feel like not being in college if you don't have a support system, it's like hard because you do have to find a way for yourself. But then when it comes to like being someone that's young in like a lot of spaces with older people that's leading, I feel like a lot of people do look at me as like kind of like inferior because I don't have a degree. even though it's like I can prove to them like, yo, I studied, I did all of these things, but like people still look at you like less than also being film presenting and black and like all these different like identities. I think like having a degree definitely helps some of the social stigmas, but not all of them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Very well said.
I think that's a great
Beautiful.
point to wrap on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point to wrap on. So I want to know, what have you guys taken away from today? What are the leftovers, you know?
Keyssh is a genius.
Yes.
That's my
Thank you.
leftover.
You're doing a lot of amazing
Don't go to
work.
college
I want
if you
you to
don't
be
wanna.
like-
Not the fist.
Come on.
I don't know why I keep doing this. I feel like this is
We
like
should put it
the
down, yeah.
Don't scam, I can tell you that much.
yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
don't.
scam
All right,
guys.
let's destigmatize scamming though.
Keeysh.
I think we needed these.
You know what? I think we should go to this question.
Yeah. I think because the IRS is calling. I can't do
Let's
this
see what
anymore.
our question is today, guys.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to be a meatball.
Have you ever been in love? Oh boy.
With family,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna do
With
it, y'all.
family and friends. I love my friends so
love
so
your
much.
friends?
Family,
She said
absolutely.
fans.
Oh,
I love my
fans.
fans.
Soon to be fans.
Yes,
Soon
I
to
hope
be
you
fans.
guys love
No, I
us.
love my friends so much. They mean
Real.
everything to me. I love my
That's
I
so
love my
sweet.
brother's my favorite person on this earth.
Oh.
I love him.
I love how you
This is like-
detoured the question.
You know?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
It's
Have you ever
okay.
been in love? Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like romantically? No, not yet. But it's like I
Oh.
got my and self-love.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
Platonic
self-love.
is very
I am in love with
important, I
myself
agree.
How about you
unconditionally.
guys?
I've been in love and you know
Right.
you know, unfortunately, you know, sometimes love isn't enough, but you can always come home.
love? If it's not enough.
This is so bad. What'd you say? Keyssh?
No, I'm saying, is that love if it's not enough?
It was yeah.
Journey.
Love, yeah, it was definitely love, and we can get into that later. It's just circumstances. Circumstances,
Yeah.
for sure.
Keyssh, have you ever been in love?
Come on, talk to him.
That silence spoke volumes.
It really did. That was the
Right.
loudest
Not
silence
sure
I've
she got a
ever
thing.
heard in my
I mean,
whole
I've
life.
been in lust.
Ooh.
Say love stop, love stop.
That wasn't the question.
But honestly, I feel like I'm finding self-love, like,
Ooh.
and I think that you can't really be in something when you don't know what it is. And I feel like for me, like reading Bell Hooks All About Love, like that's like, I think that's a really good book to read because it's like teaching me what like unconditional love is and what love, like how we see that in community and how we see that within romantic relationships and like different types of relationships in general. But I feel like, I think like when you come from like, when you don't know what love is, how can you, like you can be in it, but I think that sometimes like we really had to find ourselves before we try to find ourselves through other people.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah.
you, Journey?
Formally love, no. But I think
What happened
there's
to Dominic?
no. Okay, not too much. No,
That's out
I
of pocket.
think formally
On
in love,
camera.
no.
Right. Like
But
how you know?
Sorry
yeah, like
about
you
that,
and
y'all.
me
So
out.
I didn't say which Dominic.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Whoa,
muscle.
whoa.
Wow.
You know.
But no, I've been in platonic love, definitely. Like I
Yeah.
love my family. I love my
I
parents.
love you guys.
My grandma.
I love you guys.
And I
Yeah.
love my Gigi girl. I love her so much. She's one of my favorite people on the whole
Yeah.
planet.
Come on.
Shout out
I love
out
her so
G.
much.
Shout
G,
out
I love you
Gabby.
so much.
But I think that's it. Wait, were you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Wait,
was-
wait, before you end it, that just remind me of like Lauryn Hill, the Miseducation,
Yes.
when they start talking about love.
Oh, that was cute.
Right.
yeah.
That was cute.
All right, y'all. Till next time. Thank you very much
Bye,
for
babies.
joining
I
us.
love you.
Remember, stay hungry because we always got a dinner plate for you.
Bye.
Come on. Peace and love. Yeah, that's